So I know how ridiculously excited you must be to go up into space. And, I find it so fascinating that as a kid, you actually wanted to be an astronaut. And then your diagnosis came along when you were 10 years old, and that ruled it out, at least through the conventional way. So, how did it feel to find out you would actually be going into space? And how did you actually come to be chosen?
It was shock. That was my first reaction. And it came out of the blue, this offer. St. Jude said they had something to talk to me about, and they called me and they told me about this first all civilian mission to space. And they asked if I wanted to go and represent St. Jude. And I was absolutely shocked, but it was just such an incredible honor. And I recognized it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I didn't hesitate at all when I said yes.
Yes, but I think didn't you call your mom or
Yes.
something like that?
I was like, "Well, I'll check with my mom." So I called my mom and she agreed. She said, "You can't pass this up." And then I called my brother and sister-in-law who are both aerospace engineers, and they made me
Mm.
feel so much better about the safety of space travel, and so I was able to fully confidently say yes, knowing that my family was supportive and had my back.
Wow, I mean, it's such a small world that you have siblings who are experts in this area. Do you have any idea, how your name got to the top of the list?
That I was not part of. And, I would love to know why they picked me, and I kind of asked myself the same thing, but I'm just so incredibly honored to represent hope, which is a word that has meant so much to me and I feel like has actually gotten me through a lot of tough times.
Yeah, we should let our listeners know that the reason that, the conventional way, like through NASA or something like that, is because you had a prosthetic of sorts put into your leg after you had cancer. And what are the rules are that apparently you couldn't go up into space the conventional way.
Absolutely. Before this mission, there's no way I could have been an astronaut because until now, astronauts have really had to be physically perfect. And that's not a category that I fall
Mhm.
into. And I love that about our mission that we are opening space travel up to anyone.
Yeah. So, of course, I've never had a space flight, nor have I prepared for one. And with this first civilian trip to the stars, I mean, I imagine you still have to get ready even though you're a civilian. And so physically and mentally, you have to be really strong. You survived cancer, you've become a black belt. So, how are you preparing to go to space?
So, our training is actually going to start in a few weeks. I am so excited to get started.